That was a very sweet conclusion to this finale of Plastic Memories. I'll tell you, I was sad. I was very sad when I saw the ending. Even though I think all of us saw that ending coming from a mile away. Like, we knew that ending was coming since episode 1. I still feel the way it was handled was really sweet. It was a really sweet ending that gave me a lot of feels. And I think that's what we all wanted when we walked into this series. So, I have a couple of things I want to discuss. Obviously, with this conclusion, there's not going to probably be any more. I highly doubt we're ever going to get a season 2 of Plastic Memories, unless it tries to expand the verse. But, for now, let's just take it as that this is the finale. We're never getting any other Plastic Memory. So, obviously, there's a lot of things that Plastic Memories has done good and bad at the exact same time. And I want to address a couple of things about this series that could have been a little bit more, like a little bit better. Since this is my final thoughts of the series, I want to just discuss everything now, stuff I've been holding back throughout the series because I was waiting to see how the finale was. I'm very impressed with this finale episode. Like I said, I'm very happy with this finale. I like the, the main subject with Isla and getting to see Tsukasa, how they had their little ending with the Ferris wheel and stuff. It was a very sweet conclusion. I'm actually satisfied with the series and satisfied with the ending. But there was a couple of things that fell rather short. Let's explain. There is a lot of potential to be had in this series. Like, there's so much potential that this series had when it came to the verse, with the Giftias, to the AI, to the different companies, to, the people that were stealing Giftias and taking them away. There were so many things that was introduced in this series that could have built this verse up even better. For instance, we could have easily have had a 24 to 25 episode series if the writers took it upon themselves to dive into some of these details a little bit more. Like, instead of axing everything out and just focusing on that finale with Isla and Tsukasa, which, in of itself, it depends on your circumstance. I mean, if you were just wanting to look at the, drama aspect of this series and just focus on Isla and Tsukasa, you're probably going to love this. You're going to love it. And I still love it, but there's some things I wish they would have done a little bit more. For instance, they could have easily have changed this and made it like a plot twist or very phenomenal the way certain directions it could have went. Like, as I talked about a long time ago, it could have been possible that, like, the company that makes Giftias could have put a limiter on Giftias to where they die after every 10 years, and then they can get more money. They constantly make money, because a company has to make money, and if you have a contract and a Giftia can last for fucking 80 years, of course they're not gonna make money. They're gonna go fucking bankrupt, because Giftias probably cost a lot of damn money to be able to make. And there was a lot of potential with a plotline like that, which I don't expect, them to follow my theories. I'm just saying there was a lot of potential that this series could have had with certain plotlines, especially with, the rogue company that was stealing Giftias. Like, that was really never dived into. Like, it was settled and the people were captured, but I mean, it was never explained, like, what they were doing with the Giftias. Like, why did they want the Giftias? What were they doing? Were they experimenting with the Giftias? Were they making them into war bots, like, to go fight and kill people? It was never explained, which makes me very upset. I wish that would have been dived into a little bit more, alongside of how there should have been a little bit more focus, I guess, on trying to figure out if there was any way to save Isla. I mean, there supposedly is clear-cut like there is no way, but I felt like if Isla was going to die, at the very least they should have had to where Tsukasa or MC would try to hunt down a way to fix this problem where AIs die after 10 years with their, limiter. And I felt like that's the way that would have made this ending even better than it was, is if Tsukasa decided to go to college or do research on how to expand the lifespan of, Giftia. But regardless of my complaints and my issues, I feel like it was good. It was a very solid series for different reasons. Even though it had its issues, its ups and downs, and it had its slow episodes, and obviously we knew how the conclusion, because it's very predictable how it was going to end, it was still a sweet series. And I got what I wanted out of this series, to be honest. I got what I wanted. I walked into this series expecting a drama, slice of life with some romance, and I got that. I got that right at the conclusion. Said and done, I got what I wanted when I came to the series. I got that, and I got nothing more. But I could see how some watchers of this series can be rather upset for certain reasons. Like I said, I'll point out some issues, but there's others. I know some have, especially with how some of the drama is used or the potential that this series had at its disposal with so much different content and a variety of things it could have done to expand this series even further, but it didn't. Overall, though, I think I will miss this series. It's a slightly above average series, to be honest. It's slightly above average, and it's a series I would recommend. If you want a sweet series that hits you in the heart, but it's predictable, but it's a sweet, cutesy little series that just gets to you, you might like this series. I mean, Plastic Memories isn't a series that's going to be, you know, 10 out of 10, and it's eventually going to fall into the shadows of, you know, just being not remembered, because this is that type of series. Plastic Memories is a type of anime series that probably a year from now, or even 2 years from now, I don't think majority of anyone is really going to remember Plastic Memories, which is sad, because this is a good series. It's a very good series, but it's that type of series that, you know, falls under the radar and eventually just disappears into distant memory. It's that type of series. And how do y'all feel about that? I mean, are you all satisfied with how this conclusion of Plastic Memories was done? I mean, are you happy the way it was handled? Are you satisfied with what we got, or did you want more? And, I mean, even though you wanted more, are you satisfied with the ending? Not like me. I mean, are you in the same standpoint as I am? Please let me know in the comments below. So yeah, I guess this is going to conclude my final review of Plastic Memories. Majority of the anime from Spring 2015 has finally come to an end. And upon us is a new anime season. So tell me your thoughts. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.